Dr. Jaffe, can gut bacteria make vitamin K1, or is it found only in foods and supplements?
Interesting question about whether the human microbiome, the digestive tract, can uh, produce its own vitamin K, particularly K1. So there's metadione, there's phytoquinone, it's a family of quinones that we call vitamin K. This is essential, this is required for the body to make the calcium binding modified amino acid called dicarboxyglutamic acid, for those of you who are biochemists, that requires vitamin K to make the calcium binding molecule that allows you to renew bones, large blood vessels, and joints. So we want to have vitamin K, and the question is, can a gut, a human microbiome, make vitamin K? And the answer is complicated. It turns out if you're really healthy, you develop the kinds of microorganisms that produce what you need. Produce vitamin K1, produce vitamin B12. So I'm going to divert the discussion in a helpful way and come back in just a moment. How does a vegetarian get B12? It turns out a study done at Brown University many years ago, healthy vegetarians who have been healthy from birth, vegetarians who had converted slowly from an omnivorous diet to a vegetarian and or vegan diet, but converted slowly. If you have a really healthy microbiome, a really healthy digestive tract, I predict if you culture the organisms in your stool properly, both the aerobes and the anaerobes, because vitamin K1 would be made by your anaerobes, which are harder to culture. But if you did that analysis, you would find bugs in your gut that make vitamin K. So it's possible only if you have what I will call a super healthy digestive tract. If you're an average American, or if you have the digestive impairments, the dysbiosis, the maldigestion, the stress-related impairment of digestion, then the answer is clearly no, because you're fighting for your digestive health and the body doesn't have time to elegantly and slowly evolve the specialized organisms that could make, that can make, that do make vitamin K1. Because if you look at how vitamin K1 is done in the physiologic way that we prefer, it's done by fermentation. You select an organism, a microorganism, that you culture in your laboratory that takes quinones and makes vitamin K1. And then you take the supernatant, you take the fluid off of that, and you do something to end up with a more pure form of the vitamin K1. So bugs, microorganisms, are the source for K1, and I believe there's some evidence that really healthy people can produce their own vitamin K1, but for most of us, the source is supplementation such as Perk Lifeguard Tabsules, mini or double strength, and the other bone building formulas that we have, such as Perk Bone Guard. You also need vitamin K for healthy hair, skin, and nails, and so there is some vitamin K in Perk Hair, Skin, and Nails Guard. So there are plenty of sources for vitamin K. If you have a super healthy digestive tract, I believe you probably can make some vitamin K1 yourself if you need it, but it's only for the super healthy people that they're able to have these very specialized micro ecologies within their microbiome, within their digestive tract, so that they can induce, retain, and help proliferate the organisms that convert quinones into vitamin K1.